Hey everyone, it's January 26th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with serial killer Wayne Donald Horton, who murdered 4 victims in the 1970s, and that is him right up there. Born in Las Vegas in 1956, Horton was known for having a bad temper as a child, and he expressed anger at family, teachers, and classmates, often ending in violent outbursts. As he got older, his temper only got worse, and at the age of 16, it had deadly consequences. In 1972, he picked up an unidentified woman at a liquor store on the outskirts of Sin City. When she asked him not to smoke marijuana while driving, he stopped his car in the desert, yanked her out of the vehicle, and retrieved a jack handle from his trunk. He then beat her to death with it, bashing her in the head, shattering her skull. Afterward, he just left her body behind and drove away. She was discovered a few months later by a district court judge and his family who were out on a nature walk, but has never been identified. Horton refrained from killing for a few years after this incident, but was picked up numerous times by police for robbery and other lesser crimes. In 1975, he decided to rob a shift boss at Caesar's Palace as the man got off work. He ran up to his car, yanked the door open, and after the man called him names, Horton shot him in the head 5 times. He later said that he only wanted to rob the man, but the name calling caused him to snap. 3 months later, he got into a cab while drunk and decided to rob the driver after the two got into an argument. Horton forced the man to drive into the desert at gunpoint, and when the driver was on his knees begging for his life, he squeezed the trigger 5 times, later saying in court, "I don't think he deserved to live." The police picked him up the next year and he was charged with rape, robbery, and kidnapping for another incident I haven't been able to find many details on. While awaiting trial, he killed a fellow inmate, confessing to his jailers that he killed the man out of frustration at being confined. In front of a judge in June of 1976, he confessed to the murders of the casino worker and cab driver. This was part of a plea deal to see charges dropped in the strangling death of a man who was later found to have been killed by another Las Vegas serial killer named Billy Chad. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive terms of life in prison, and prosecutors expressed disappointment that Nevada didn't have a death penalty at the time. Horton expressed his desire to kill again, saying that there were several people he wanted to kill if he could. When a black prisoner who was in the room laughed, Horton called him a racial slur and said, "You might just be the first one." He was back in court in August of that year, confessing to the jailhouse murder and his first victim in the desert. Horton was given another 2 life sentences and was transferred to a prison in California to get him away from inmates he had already threatened to murder. He died behind bars at San Quentin in 2010. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so I can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Wayne Donald Horton, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.